There's another one from you from Thunder Thumbs. Did Benedict envision having only one form of the liturgy in the Roman Rite at the same point? If so, why not just retire the TLM now?
Well, I think he definitely did see them as rejoining. In retrospect, I don't know that mutual enrichment really, like, I don't know how that was supposed to work. I think in some ways, I think it might have helped teach Novus Ordo priests and congregations about a certain kind of reverence. But
Mhm.
I know that, like, in 1984, when they had the first indults, I know JP2 said, no mixing of the rites, no combination. So I don't know how they would have merged. There's no organic mechanism for that to happen, if that makes sense. Um,
I don't know. I mean, maybe if you have a priest who does both forms, and since you have the option of having Latin, Gregorian, chant ad orientem in the Novus Ordo, maybe a priest who benefits from those in the Missal of 62 can then bring those options into the Novus Ordo. That could be the case. A valid criticism, however, I think could be is that perhaps there shouldn't be options in the Novus Ordo, at least on some of these things. Perhaps they should be mandated, such as ad orientem perhaps should be required. That's my opinion, but
yeah, I mean, I would say, like I said before, I think that it's a good thing that it's available somewhere. That like, actually, I guess it would be pro option, but I think that a very traditionally styled, only Eucharistic prayer number one, only ad orientem, like, that, like, when I go to Saint, Pius V's on Main Street, that's what I'm getting. And a community could build up around that. I think the thing that I think a lot of online Catholics misunderstand, or maybe don't realize, is that, like, the people in the pews, who are not the people watching this program, who are not the people hosting this program, who are not the people writing for Where Peter Is, they show up on Sunday and the priest turns around. And I know parishes where this has happened, and the people just flip out.
hmm,
And I also know that there's a parish near me that is, they got sort of a tratty pastor, still Novus Ordo, but he did, it's like he got rid of the contemporary choir, replaced them with chant. And then all of a sudden people started coming to my parish, which is just I mean, it's not like it's a ultra modernist parish, but it's like the music is just the breaking bread hymnal, and nothing super tratty about it, nothing irreverent, but they're just like, the music is so much better here, as all they play is that chant. And I'm like thinking the other way around. I'm thinking, like, I wish that chant would be over here.
yeah,
But then it just sort of dawned on me that that's not what the average Catholic, and I mean, these are devout Catholics, a lot of them that I know, it's like they're devout Catholics who take their faith seriously, raise their kids in the faith, take part in, Stations of the Cross, and the different devotions, and practice, Humanae Vitae. And I mean, they're devout Catholics, but they just like
yeah.
contemporary music, which, I mean, and I think that's it's the Beatles are always going to outsell Mozart. Like, it's just a fact of human nature. And, someone who's going to be like, I think Palestrina is great, and other people are like, I prefer Here I Am, Lord. And there are going to be 10 more. There are going to be 10 Here I Am, Lord people for every Palestrina people. I mean, human beings, sometimes we just like to watch America's Funniest Home Videos, instead of what? I don't know,
I
Amistad, or what is it that people, the highbrow movies that people like.
I don't
But
know.
yeah,
I don't get it. I'd go with the Gregorian chant.
I
So
know,
I
I know,
I
I know.
just don't get it. I
I
don't
get
get
it.
it at
I get
all.
it.
The drums and all that. It's like just stop. This doesn't suit the Roman Rite very
I
well.
know, I know. And I think, but the thing is, most people experience the faith on the ground. Like, this
Yeah.
conversation might not make this entire conversation would make, like, my brother's a priest, for example, and she heard about Traditionis Custodes, a parishioner at his church, and she read an article about it that she didn't really understand, and she got really upset about it, and she went to my brother and said, "What are they changing?" And
Mhm.
he's like, "For you, nothing." Like everything's going to be exactly the same for you, you know? And it's like sometimes we focus on these issues because we talk about them, but this is just a church lady, you know? It's she just goes to mass on Sunday. She likes going to mass, and as long as the 10 o'clock mass on Sunday isn't canceled, like her life is as she knows it is going to continue.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. God bless.